Well, hello all you wonderful people out there in YouTube land, and welcome to the Texas Special YouTube channel. And in this week's O-Scale product review, we are going to be taking a look at this Atlas O Trainman series 40-foot livestock car. Now, this is, I believe, from that large lot of model trains that Mr. Ethan Tate of the Texas Model Railroad Club purchased a while back that was not properly taken care of in any way, shape, or form, and survived somehow with relatively minor damage. Now, first and foremost, no packaging for this thing, no original packaging, just like pretty much all the other trains from that lot that have been reviewed on this channel. And the stirrup steps on most of the corners of this car are gone, unfortunately. So there is that. And a fair amount of the scuffs and wear and damage on the car, specifically with regard to the lettering and paint, I am attributing to that. So we'll stack those in the column first off. Aside from all that, this is a pretty cool little car. It has separately applied ladders. Both of the doors, unfortunately, do not open. They are cast on as part of the plastic body of the car. You have these very nice bracing detail on the outside of the car, which is prototypically correct, as well as the requisite bolt head detailing. You have these separately applied road name and road number panels. To my knowledge, the capacity and weight information is correct. You have built Denver in September 1944 for the build date on the car, and you have the various declarations right here. Those, to my eye, are correct. You can see there is a separately applied brakeman's walkway along the top of the car. It does have separately applied little grab irons in the corners that correspond with the location of the full height ladders. You do have some cast on grab irons here and here. Looking at the underside of the car, you can see, starting off with the trucks, you can see that they are not sprung trucks. They do have springs on them for detail, but they are not sprung trucks. They are the arch bar style trucks with the friction bearings. On the underside of the car, you see the amount of detail you would expect out of an Atlas O model. Even though this is a Trainman series, Atlas O does a fantastic job with detailing most of their freight cars. You have the brake valve, you have the air brake piston, you have the emergency and service reservoir, you have the requisite piping detailing between each of the components, and you have the brake rigging, which would actually, apply and release the brakes. One thing I do like about Atlas O, if you're unfamiliar with that company and their products, most if not all of their scale model trains have the brake shoes in the obviously released position actually attached to the inside of the side frames of the truck, so that it looks like the air brakes are actually there, which is a nice touch. On the top of the car, you see we have the walkway. As I said, it is a separately applied plastic walkway. It is all one piece, but it is see-through, which is a very nice touch. And it's actually pretty close to the prototypically correct dimensions with regard to thickness and height off of the roof, which this is O scale, so you have a much larger medium in which to work rather than HO or N scale, so you can get it a little bit more true to spec, I guess you could call it. There is some damage. This portion of the walkway had been broken off and needed to be reattached, so a tiny little dollop of super glue took care of that. And it's if you don't know to look for it, you're never going to notice it, basically, kind of thing. Looking at the B end of this car, we'll readjust the camera. You see you have a separately applied plastic handbrake wheel. You have a little brake valve, which is a holdover from the days of when they didn't have portable radios. The brakeman or switchman on the job would ride the shove, and that's how he would stop the train. The engineer would literally just run the engine until the brakeman set the brakes up. You have the brake chain and rod detailing here. You have a little brakeman's perch, which also is A, separately applied, B, plastic, and C, it has the see-through metal grate effect. Another full height ladder. You have the polling pockets here on each corner of the car. The magnetic operating thumbtack style knuckle couplers. You have the matching road number and reporting marks, and a waybill board here. This car is rated for, I believe, 036 or 031, one of those two. I remember seeing a 3, so my bad, sorry for kind of spacing on that. I do have every faith and confidence that this car would be able to negotiate 027. It probably it wouldn't be happy about it, and it probably wouldn't necessarily look right doing it, but I'd be willing to bet that it's capable of it. I've got the SP Atlantic here on the railroad, so we're going to fire up main line number 1 and get this thing running and see how it looks going around the railroad.
Signal. Can we move yet? Over. Roger, your track is clear. Dispatcher over. Thank you, sir. Roger. Are we clear through the junction?